G'day guys, See My Shell here, the Aussie geocacher, and today is very different. I'm on a Zoom meeting with these two great guys from Geocaches of Long Island, and they are going to host a very, very special person. G'day guys, See My Shell here, the Aussie geocacher, and today I'm joined by Ben, that side, and Jamie down the bottom as well. G'day guys, how you going?
How's it going, Craig? Thanks for having us.
Good. Thank you, mate. Thank you. So this is very different for me. This is actually going to be a meeting as such. Who wants to go first? What's this about? What are we talking about today?
Ben, you can go first.
Go, Ben.
So I'm gonna kind of go through everything, Craig. So first of all, we really appreciate you having us on. We're very excited about our GoLI weekend from July 9th through July 11th. Later this year. We've got a ton of stuff going on. We'll kind of go through the details, but we'll be welcoming Brian Roth, obviously, president and co-founder of Geocaching HQ. We'll have a whole bunch of geocaching celebrities. Hopefully, a guy named See My Shell, right? We'll be speaking there. I think you may know him. We're gonna have Cully Long, the guy that he just created that How to Puzzle Cache book. So we've got some really nice geocaching celebrities. We've got food. We've got local stuff. We've got Long Island pizza. How do you beat that? And two of the coolest geocoins you're ever going to see. So we'll go into the details, but we're very, very excited. Jamie, I'll throw it out to you if you want to throw out any comments.
No, I feel the same way. I'm very, very excited. It's come together so quickly. Brian had reached out to us regarding kind of huddling up and figure out how he can have a homecoming event using one of his community celebration events. And we started working on it, but we had a lot of COVID restrictions in New York, and it was just kind of like, all right, we'll have a fun time. And then all of a sudden, about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, the restrictions lifted. So we said, all right, this is going to be insane. Let's try to get as much done as we can in a short time. So it's still a work in progress, but we're moving at 1,000,000 miles an hour, and we're hoping to have as many people as we can. I think it's going to be a really good time.
Fantastic. Look, I've got so many questions for you guys. First and foremost, you said before some word GoLI or GoLI. What's GoLI? What's GoLI?
So we started Geocachers of Long Island, GoLI, about 2 years ago. Jamie's brilliant idea, and I'll say this: GoLI started with the intention of you look at Long Island. We've got an awesome geocaching community. We've got about 300 to 400 active, kind of really into geocaching geocachers. And, I think the one thing that we were hoping to do was really kind of bring us even more so together, right? We always had great events. We always had great turnouts, but, we wanted to ensure that it was just a big partnership, and that we can really put Long Island even more so on the geocaching map. So we've had a ton of contests, giveaways, awesome events, and, we're really looking to promote geocachers, or the Long Island geocachers, as well as to find ways to improve geocaching overall, right? Advocacy, learning opportunities, so really kind of the gamut of promotion of who we are, but also just making the game better as well.
Yeah, and most importantly, we're trying to have some fun. We're trying to have some geocaching fun. I mean, Long Island geocachers are an amazing community.
Yes.
And we, Ben and I try to think out of the box, and we have an awesome board of directors that helps us. We try to come up with fun, new stuff, and sometimes it works, but oftentimes it hits, and we have a lot of fun. And this event's not different. We're trying to do stuff, like I said, quickly, but we're trying to make it so that everyone who comes into town has a good time. We have it spread over 3 days. It's going to cover Nassau County, Suffolk County, and Sunday. Well, we'll go into details, but Sunday it's in Manhattan. We're really trying to do as much as we can quickly, and I'm excited for it.
That's fantastic. And look, I will say this as well, just quickly. Long Island is very dear to my heart for the simple reason is when I first flew over here, I flew into JFK Airport, and I had this this weird guy by the name of Russell G picked me up from the airport and drive me to pick up my big van. And I was supposed to follow him back to Long Island with my big van from Jersey back to Long Island. And Russell being Russell, he got lost in Manhattan. And here I am with no GPS and no phone or anything else trying to follow this guy that all around Manhattan. Anyway,
Well,
he said he took me on a tour. It was a tour more than a
I'll tell you, Craig, we've got some of the best geocaches you're ever going to find on Long Island.
Mm-hmm.
Russell's not one of them. That guy is, we've kind of, we're going to send him to you in New Jersey, right? He's all yours. So I know Russell's a great guy. Iggy, what is it? What I can't think of is the numbers 523, 59. I'm making it up.
317. Iggy 317.
Yeah, what I said, right? So 317, but great guy and really just one of the many standouts we have in the Long Island geocaching community.
Exactly. All right, get back to this event. So it's Brian Roth. If you don't know who Brian Roth is, obviously you're not a geocacher. He is a co-founder of geocaching.com, and he is also the current president of geocaching.com as well. Now, I believe it's his homecoming. So he's from Long Island?
So as it turns, it's funny. So I learned about this. So when we were forming GoLI a couple of years ago, right, we started, I don't even remember the original reason for a reach out, but I had reached out to Brian and, we got to talking and it occurred like just conversation. Apparently he and I lived on the same block and went to the same high school in Long Island, 1,000 years ago, give or take, right? But yes, he is from Long Island. He actually is from the Valley Stream area. His family is from Long Island as well. So no, this is a homecoming event for him. And I would say that I can't speak for him, but he's very excited to be back. I know he hasn't really been back for a long period of time because of COVID. So we're welcoming him with his community events, right? And we really can, I think many of his family members are going to be there. So it's really going to be a great time.
That's awesome.
We're so into geocaching that if you come to the event and meet Ben, he'll tell you that story about his connection to Brian about 12 times.
Well, Jamie, come on. We are underselling me. We got to get at least 25 going here.
I will say this because I did actually host an event in Long Island. It was my first event I hosted when I first came over here 3 years ago. Yeah, you were, Jamie. And I will say this as well with you guys from Long Island and ladies from Long Island. The banter that you have between each other is hilarious. It's hilarious. It's back and forth, and it's nonstop. It's fantastic. I mean, the other one is the Caching Dead New York, for instance, as well. Barry. He's
good guy.
Crazy, good guy, but crazy. So,
just as a general rule, if someone from Long Island, if they're not making fun of you, they probably don't like you.
Yeah, I like it. So this event, guys, if you don't know what it is, I'm going to put it on the screen itself. It is GC8HJBM. That's Golf Charlie 8 Hotel Juliet Bravo Mike, and it is in Eisenhower Park in Garden City. What's the date? It's Friday, the July 9th is the official one.
Yeah, and Craig, I'll tell you, Eisenhower Park, right? It's funny. I think some of our locals are like, oh, it's Eisenhower Park again, just because we have so many events there. But the reason for that is that, and you'll see it, it's a beautiful park. I mean, they've got this beautiful memorial garden where they've got tombstones and all this, I don't know what the right word, paraphernalia of every war that we've ever been in, like beautiful memorial garden there. Jamie actually has a really nice AL in that memorial garden, right? We actually have a GeoArt, duck GeoArt surrounding Eisenhower Park. And I mean, you're not going to find a more beautiful place. So, I mean, again, like I understand the locals are like, all right, it's another one at Eisenhower Park, but I can assure you, anyone that's coming in from outside of Long Island, you're going to see that place and you're going to say, wow, this is really a beautiful area.
Exactly. Now, one of the reasons why as well you guys reached out to try and publicize this event a little bit more is that, let's be honest, we want this to grow and grow and grow, don't we? Yeah. We want this to be an annual event. Is that right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
That's the goal.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, we're hoping to have 500 people there. I mean, so far we've got about 70 will attends. So 70 will attends is probably 120 people or so. But right, we want to get the word out there because if we have, we can accommodate 500 people, no problem. We're going to have local food. For everything's free. I mean, food from local vendors. We're going to have, again, I mentioned the geocaching celebrities, right? A beautiful park. We have this awesome. The one thing that's not free, that's got this really cool geocoin, right? Which is it's a picture of Brian and really, I mean, like it's effectively his path tag created into a mutual geocoin, right? Where do we point? Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh, and by the way, it happens to be behind Jamie's head, of course, right? So really just beautiful. I mean, it shows the community event, it shows the HQ symbol, and of course the GoLI symbol there. So that will be $5, but everything else, I mean, you're going to come to Long Island and you're going to just have hours of fun, of food. You're going to be stuffed. You're going to have a good time, and again, all the free events.
Absolutely. And as I said before, this is going to be publicized more and more and more, because I'm going to chuck it out there. I'm going to chuck out, we want this to become a mega. Like, let's be honest, we need, is there a mega in New York State at all?
There will be.
There will be, exactly right. Now this, I love that geocoin, but you must attend the event with your $5 in order to get that geocoin. You're not pre-selling it, you're not posting it, none of that sort of stuff. So, Craig, we're going to have 2 coins, right? And we'll talk about, we're going to talk about Saturday shortly, where we've got these beautiful gold. Only 50 will ever be made, like as limited as the edition as you're going to get. Those you absolutely have to be at the event to get. There's no other way to get them. The coin that's behind Jamie's head will be sold at the event. We are guaranteeing that if you want one at the event, you will be able to buy the one for $5. We are not guaranteeing that if someone wants one and cannot be at the event, that they can get them. However, if there are extras, we will be selling them not for $5 to those that can't make it, but still, I mean, to me, like if you buy it for $200, it's still a great deal, because what an awesome coin, right? Oh, it is a sensational coin. So we're not guaranteeing supplies beyond the event, but if you're at the event, you absolutely will be able to buy one. See, so there you go. If you want to if you need to travel somewhere, because we can travel again now, thanks to COVID sort of restrictions lifting, etc., then get to Long Island on this weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So we've talked about Friday now, the 9th, of that particular event itself. You said it's Saturday and Sunday. What's happening on Saturday? Saturday is going to be a big day, isn't it? It is. And like I mentioned, Ben and I are getting, along with the other people in GoLI helping out, we're getting a crash course in how to make a fun weekend. But what we did, and Ben misspoke a little bit in that we do have an awesome second coin that's not available on the Friday event. But what we're doing is on Saturday, different geocachers have a couple different events spread out throughout the day. We're trying to get to a point where there will be an opportunity to have over 10 icons for everyone. So meaning, even if you're from Long Island and you've gotten every geocache on Long Island, you'll still have an opportunity to get a 10+ day, because we'll have new caches published that morning. In addition, we're going to have 20 of those new caches include a 3D printed Rowan Joe, who's an awesome GoLi member, created this really cool little 3D printed tokens that say free coin on it. You find that free coin in one of the FTFs and bring it to an event later in the day for free. You can swap that for a limited edition GoLi gold coin. So there's going to be super limited edition, as Ben mentioned. 20 of those can be gotten from FTF caches that are published Saturday morning. In addition, we're going to have another 2 gold coin tokens placed in 2 caches in the 4 GeoArts that are on Long Island. So randomly within the 4 GeoArts on Long Island, there's going to be 2 tokens that you can get to redeem for a gold coin for free, for a total of 10. Now the math doesn't really make sense there, right? Because there's 4 GeoArts, 2 tokens in each, but there's 10. So maybe there's a little bit of a GeoArt surprise headed our way on the day of the event. So like I said, we're trying to do as much as we can quickly. And I think it's going to be a great time. So on Saturday, spread throughout the day, we have 3 different events put on by different GoLi members, morning, lunch, and dinner.
I believe Ben. I think Ben's is the lunch pizza one in Hop Hog. And for those who geographically are curious about where the events are, on Friday the events in Central Park. Eisenhower Park, which is in Nassau County. Saturday the events are in Suffolk County. So that'll be Friday. It's a Nassau County hangout. Most of Saturday is where the caches are, and where the events are is in Suffolk County. But it's all good. It's all easy to get to.
Fantastic.
So just to clarify that point, right? 2 awesome GeoCoins. One can be gotten really any of the 3 days, but especially Friday. The other one, the gold GoLI GeoCoin, only Saturday, right? Yep. And only through this contest. You can't purchase them, and only 50 ever will be made. So if you're there for Saturday, you've got a good shot. And you know what? 50, 55, maybe 60, maybe more first to finds, as well as 30 of these super limited edition gold GeoCoins.
Well, I'm saving up my money now, and I'm going to go out and buy some handcuffs, 2 sets of handcuffs. One's for Russell G, one's for Iggy G, because apparently they call themselves the FTF, like hounds of Long Island, the GoLI hounds. Because they've got almost, I think they've got over 1,000 now FTFs. I think they got more FTFs than regular fines. But anyway, what do you say? So I'm going to handcuff those two to somewhere so they can't get some of these coins. Can you imagine? So that's a great idea. So these limited edition coins that are coming out on Saturday. So we've got, firstly, at 8:30 in the morning, you've got a CETO event at GC9C8AE. After that, at 2 p.m. in the afternoon is your pizza one, GC8ZDMA. That's a pizza community celebration. I see what you're doing here. I like it. And then there's the gold coin redemption, of course, GC9C801, and that's at the end of about 6:30 in the evening, sort of thing, so you can relax, then have the drinks and just talk about your whole day and how you got 10 plus icons in a day. I did 13 the other week, but anyway, we won't talk about that.
And by the way, and potentially up to 13 in a day. So that's not too shabby, of course.
Yeah, exactly right. Exactly. So that's Saturday. Now, Sunday the 11th. What's happening on the Sunday?
The idea with Sunday is a meetup in Central Park for those that want to do the iconic bridges and arches of Central Park, which I haven't done it yet, and I'm hoping to be able to go on that Sunday. But it's from my understanding, it's a full day. If you want to try to get it done in one day, it's a full day of exploring Central Park. We don't have an official meetup event for Sunday yet, but keep your eye on geocachesofli.org, because we do have a tab on there with information regarding the event that we're going to be updating. So we may have an official event for Sunday morning for that, but generally the idea is let's meet in Central Park in the morning. And if we can get through, or I should say, if the group can get through bridges and arches, my understanding is that there's a GeoCoin waiting for those who finish it at the end of the container. And also one of our great GoLI members, Eric, reached out to Addison BR, who is the CO, and he may help us out. And he may give us a few extra coins just to have in case the group gets real big and there's more coins, then it'll be there at the end.
Of course. Now, obviously, there's a rule with GC. You can't actually do an event for the purpose of going out and finding a particular cache or a walk or that sort of stuff. So we're not talking about that. All you're talking about now is this is just a planned meetup, so you can do this bridges and arches. People don't know bridges and arches of Central Park. I have not done it. It is GC17MX1, GC17MX1. It has a total of 7 at the moment, currently 733 favorite points. That's 87% favorite. 87% favorite. It was 700 plus. Man, it is a big day. It is, I think it's 30 plus waypoints where you go through the entire Central Park of New York. So it is going to be a big day, but you know what? Absolutely worth it. Well worth it, this one, apparently. So if you guys can get to that one on the Sunday as well, then that's going to be fantastic. I really like the idea of this one. I really, really do. And doing it with friends, of course, as well. You know, can you imagine doing this one by yourself?
And you're absolutely right. The point of the meetup wouldn't simply to be doing the cache because, but we would also expect that some people, many Long Islanders have already done it, would be there as well, just to of course, just because it's always good to meet up and
Exactly.
to encourage others who are going to give it a shot.
Exactly.
And
Exactly.
it's worth mentioning, by the way, right? So all the events we're talking about, right? We're putting out a ton of new caches. We're going through all the caches that the name brand caches that we just talked about. But I mean, that's not to say that, hey, if you're here for a weekend, I mean, we've got 8,000 caches on Long Island, and then even going through Central Park. Right, as you're going through Central Park to do Bridges and Arches, you're going to be picking up cache after cache. And I mean, you're talking about, I mean, we can list them, right? But I know, Jamie, you've got a cache there that's got well over 100 favorite points, right? There are a ton of awesome geocaches, both on Long Island and in Central Park. So, I mean, you're going to find, I mean, I'd have to think over the course of that weekend, you can get, I mean, 10, 15, 20 caches that have 100 plus favorite points.
Yeah, exactly. And look, for those of you who are watching now as well, in the description below, I'm going to put all the links, all the tags to the events themselves, to the caches we've actually been speaking about. And you guys have actually made up a top favorited list as well, so that'll be in the description below as well. What's that consist of? Some of those in the top favorite of the GoLI list.
So we've got to talk about the GoLi ATM machine. And when I tell you, you know, you guys will enjoy this ATM machine, right? So a combination of Jamie, one of our other members, Bruce, and the community really helped to put this together. You know, last I checked, we were at somewhere around like 92% favorite, 92% of people that have found it have given it a favorite point. And it's just epic. The Caching Dead you mentioned before has a really good travel bug hotel that's kind of rated as one of the top travel bug hotels in the world, right? So I mean, there's so many. I mean, Rowan Joe, Jamie mentioned before. Jamie, I know you're not one to brag, but you're like the number 3 favorite getter in some area over some period of time, right?
No.
He's blushing.
Yeah,
He's blushing.
You can make statistics say anything, but I do have a bunch of gadget caches on Long Island, and I think in total, I think it's roughly 2,500 favorite points.
Yep.
But there's other great hiders on Long Island too. The GoLI cache machine. One day, Ben knows that I'm into making gadget caches, and one day Ben called me and said, drop what you're doing. We can get a free ATM machine. So I left work, and we Ben met me at some place, and we unloaded this ATM machine. I called up Bruce and said, we need an Arduino, we need to figure something out with this. And then it took us a while, but we created a geocache. It's just really cool. And it's outside, it's outside a business that knows it's there and supports it being there.
Perfect.
And it's just a really cool cache. But the Caching Dead New York, and in your show notes, we'll have the link to that list of all caches on Long Island have over 50 favorite points. The Caching Dead New York put that list together. There's a bunch of fun stuff on Long Island to do geocaching wise. So even if I encourage anyone to come to Long Island geocache, even if you can't make this event, it's a great place to come. It's a great community. Reach out to the geocachers. We do a lot of our stuff on Facebook, so reach out to the GoLi Facebook group, and anyone will help guide you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Yep.
And I was just going to say, Craig, so obviously we want people not only to drive onto Long Island, but also stay for the weekend. So we are putting together, a list of hotels, right? We are looking, what I would say is this, right? If there is a group out there that says, hey, we definitely want to come, there's several of us, we want to get a couple of deals to make it a little more economical, definitely reach out to us. I'd encourage you to join the Geocachers of Long Island Facebook group and go to our website. But, we're happy to have that conversation and try to really set things up in a way that are economical for whomever's willing to come to the events.
Absolutely. And look, I do realize this is like 4 weeks out from the publishing of this video. So it's only about 4 weeks out. So it's not that far. So if you're crossing California, whatever else as well, you look and go, oh, geez, I can't make it in time, whatever else. That's fine. That's not a problem. But what you should do from now on is put this on your radar. Put this on your list. This is going to be the New York State's Mega. I can guarantee it. From 2022, mark my words, New York State Mega will happen in Long Island. So thank you so much for joining me, Ben. And thank you again, Jamie. It's been fantastic. And I'm crossing fingers, the stakes are getting higher, crossing fingers, I do see you in 4 weeks' time at those events, and I get a gold coin from an FTF. But I just have to punch Russell G first. All right, guys, thanks again.
If you need us to come and pick you up, we'll go hop over, we'll pick you up and drag you here.
And you get real service, not that Russell G service.
Yeah, I won't get lost in Manhattan like I did before. I got to park the car and walk the dog, you know. I got to work on the accent. All right, thanks again, guys. Enjoy your weekend.
Yeah, thanks for having us. Appreciate it.